The third reason why your husband doesn't want to sleep with you is that you mentally turned him off. Women naturally understand the concept of attraction, at least from a physical point of view. And hence, that's why we spend so much money on our appearance. However, what they don't understand is the concept of just how important the inner beauty plays into a man's mental attraction in a long-term relationship dynamic. Because if a man is just seeking to get laid, that can be completely ignored. But when it comes to a woman that he is going to wife up or already has wifed up, this is actually a fairly large piece of the attraction puzzle. Although exterior beauty will always remain a man's highest priority. So for men, when it comes to the daily interactions with his wife, he simply wants a woman who is nice to him and who respects him. Respect is a core need for men. In fact, respect is equal to or greater than love. Essentially, they're the same thing in a man's mind. So when a woman disrespects her husband over an extended period of time, he translates that into, she doesn't love me. And that's going to make her unattractive, regardless of how physically beautiful the woman is. So when a man is living with a woman who, instead of bringing him happiness and joy and peace, but instead chooses to be disagreeable, disrespectful, contentious, dismissive, argumentative, emasculating, he is going to lose attraction for her. So ladies, the bar here is really low. Most men don't expect women to be overly super sweet, but at least don't make every interaction World War III. Men have been dealing with contentious women for centuries. And we know this because we can find Bible verses such as Proverbs 21:19, where it says it is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. Like, envision that. A wilderness, it's hot, it's barren, there's nothing for miles except for a few cacti, maybe an occasional rattlesnake or desert mouse. And yet, even in the bleakness and the isolation of all that, it is still preferable than living with an angry or contentious woman? That's pretty hardcore. So ladies, being disrespectful to your man is the quickest path for a man to lose his attraction to you and for him to start emotionally checking out of the marriage. And once he replaces the idea of the woman that he thought you were with the woman who you actually are, when his brain makes that mental switch, it's going to be very difficult for him to ever love you the same way as he did before. So he just kind of wakes up to this reality and loses his attraction for you. It just evaporates. And it's then and only then, when he mentally checks out and takes a step back, that the woman senses a great change and she starts getting worried. And so then she will start stepping up. She'll become nicer and sweeter, more loving and more affectionate, making sure he's taken care of and doing all the things that made him fall for her in the first place. But it's too late. He knows it's all a farce. He knows who you really are. That wife, that woman that he loved, that former version of you he had in his mind, it's gone. And very few times will he take that emotional risk to open himself back up, even if you eventually do wake up and see the light.